So this one is for those who are hoping and saying, this job seeker, so it's only if I've worked, I've contributed to the PROS side. That's when there's another good news. There's also what they call job seeker. Okay, it's two. One is job seeker benefits, then another one is called job seeker allowance. They are two different things, but I started the video with just job seeker. They are both job seeker. So the one that has the job seeker benefits is the one that relies on the PSRO, the PROSI. Yes, that's the one that they have to check your contribution as an employee, and also your employer, what they have contributed, how much they have contributed for your pension, to the social insurance, to be able to know how much they are going to be giving you weekly. Then we have the job seeker allowance. That is for those who are working. Probably they are out of job, but they have contributed before, or probably they are just out of job, or they are doing part-time. You know, most of the part-time jobs, if it's not a permanent job, you don't contribute to PSRI. So for that kind of situation, you can get a job seeker allowance, and it has criteria depending on how you get to the country. If you are an EU, it has criteria, I think. And for an EU, you have to you must have spent like 2 years in the country, yes, before you can apply for that. So there are different criteria. So that is just the difference. There is job seeker allowance, there's job seeker benefits. The benefit is for those who have contributed for a number of years to social insurance, and the job seeker allowance are for those who are out of job. Probably they've done a part-time job, they are doing part-time job, and the money that they are being paid, maybe probably now someone is doing part-time job and every week is collecting like 180 euro, and he has children, he has family to cater for. The money is not enough. The person wants to work, but he can't get a better job, and he has to manage with the part-time. So the social welfare will support that person, because the person a fund is not enough, or probably the person is out of job and he can't get a job. The social welfare will also support. That's where it falls into the allowance. So it all depends on the situation. The thing is, it will look tricky to you, but all you just need to do is to identify where you are. Are you someone who already has a job and who has left his job? You have made contribution, you go for the one that has to do with the job seeker benefits. And for those who is doing part-time or is not out of job, you look for the criteria. They'll tell you, oh, this is what. That's why I just gave you an instance. For those who are in EU, they need to be in the country for like 2 years. And if you are not working, or maybe your spouse is not working, or your money is not enough, you can go for the allowances even when you have not contributed to pension. So these are the difference, and I hope you guys understand what I am explaining. And then there are also people who have already exhausted their job seeker benefits. They've gone for job seeker, maybe probably job seeker benefits, that the one that uses the PSRON. Yes, they have exhausted it. They have used their pension. Maybe 5 years they could not get another job, and they just kept, enjoying their job seeker benefits. So those kind of people can also apply for the job seeker allowance, because they don't have any record of PROSI. They don't have any record of money that they have contributed. They have exhausted everything. They have exhausted the 5 years or the 2 years or they have exhausted the 9 months, which is the 9 months, that is the 39 weeks. They've exhausted it. They've exhausted maybe the 2.5 years contribution, which is 26 weeks. Now they can now apply for the job seeker allowance. So these are the story behind it. Proof of income, you also provided your pay slips. Then you can apply online on mywelfare.ie. mywelfare.ie. I'm going to write it on the screen so that you can get the spelling. And if you don't want to apply, you're not someone that is very familiar with with online, you can also go to their office. Look for any intro office near you. I'll also write the name of the intro here so that you can get the spelling. then you walk into the office, then you apply. Then you go for an interview. You meet somebody there, they'll interview you, ask you all these questions that I'm telling you now. Did you bring your PPS? How many years have you worked? You know, it's just like an interview session, but it's not nothing serious. Then after then, they tell you to submit everything. Then you wait for a few weeks. You wait for 2 to 8 weeks, depending on the payment type you want. If you want to be collecting by hand, if you want to be going there, then you get your reply. So guys, that brings me to the end of this video. For those of you who have been telling me do social welfare, make sure you share this video so that we can have more views and so that you guys can encourage me to be doing more videos. So guys, that brings me to the end of this video, and please share, comment, subscribe. You guys show me love with all this information I'm bringing. So show me love by subscribing, by clicking, by sharing. So that brings me to the end of this video, and in the next video I'm going to be doing another social benefits. I'm supposed to do all of them in this video, but this video is already too long, so I'm just going to take them one by one. So thank you so much. I'm going to be doing 6 social welfare or 7 or 8 social welfare, meaning you have 8 videos coming just on social welfare, because you people have been asking me for it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye.